There are many game development engines that you didn't know about. They are much more advanced, powerful, and give better outputs than the common game engines available to everyone like Unity or Unreal Engine. And larger game development studios have kept these game engines to themselves. Many large-scale, blockbuster video game developers tend to use these proprietary game engines, built from low level to suit their needs. Battlefield, GTA, Call of Duty, Medal of Honor, Need for Speed are examples of those games. Battlefield uses EA's own Frostbite engine. Are there any significant pros to doing so? There are many versatile engines available for use out there, such as Unreal Engine or Unity. Do we assume that creating an engine specifically for a certain game will eliminate unwanted functionality and thus improve performance, but is that boost really worth that much? Furthermore, open engines such as Unity tend to be developed for more than a decade, and doesn't this mean better stability and compatibility when compared to a 1 to 2 year old proprietary version? We were quite surprised when we found out that an in-house engine was made for Automata, despite the dev team's low budget. For a AAA dev studio, it's a few programmers for maybe a year to code the engine, renderer, and tools they'll need to make the game. They get exactly what they want. It's not actually such a huge expenditure, and they save on a licensing fee most engines would incur. Once you reach a critical mass of project size and budget, it often just makes more sense to do your own engine. There's not one single reason, but there are a few things that add up to justifying it, especially for large companies with a more long-term outlook. There are very few AAA studios that still maintain their own engine. Today we will discuss some prominent game studios and their game engine. Please like this video if you find it helpful and informative, and subscribe for the newer update. And of course, don't forget to hit the bell button for notification. Number 1 in this series is Rage by Rockstar Games. The Rockstar Advanced Game Engine, often abbreviated as Rage, is a proprietary game engine developed by Rage Technology Group, a division of Rockstar Games. Since its first game, Table Tennis in 2006, released for the Xbox 360, the engine has been used by Rockstar Games' internal studios to develop advanced open-world games for consoles and computers. Prior to developing the Rockstar Advanced Game Engine, Rockstar Games mostly used RenderWare engine to develop games for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation and Xbox, such as the early 3D installments in the Grand Theft Auto franchise. In 2004, Criterion Games was acquired by Electronic Arts, which led Rockstar Games to switch from RenderWare and open Rage Technology Group. Rage Technology Group started developing Rage, that is Rockstar Advanced Game Engine. Rage evolved from the Angel game engine originally developed by Angel Studios for use in the 6th generation console-era versions of the Midnight Club series and other Rockstar games. The first game to use the engine was Table Tennis, released for Xbox 360 on May 23, 2006 and ported to the Wii more than a year later. Since then, Rage integrates the third-party middleware components Euphoria as character animation engine and Bullet as physics engine. Notable games released in this engine are Grand Theft Auto 4, Midnight Club, Los Angeles, Red Dead Redemption, Max Payne 3. The most recent game in the series, Grand Theft Auto 5, has sold over 140 million copies since its release in September 2013, making it one of the best-selling video games of all times, and after that Red Dead Redemption 2 in 2018. According to Rage authorities or Rockstar Games Studio, they were intentionally avoiding developing games in the first-person shooter genre. They will avoid doing what other companies are doing, and the goal point of Rockstar is to have the players really feel what they are trying to do. The next game engine in the series is Infinity Ward from Activision. Infinity Ward Inc. is an American video game developer. They developed the video game called Call of Duty, along with 7 other installments in the Call of Duty series. Founders Vince Zampella, Grant Collier, and Jason West established Infinity Ward in 2002 after working at 2015 Inc. previously. 2015 Games Inc., also known as 2015 Inc., is an American video game development company, best known for developing highly successful video games like Medal of Honor, Allied Assault, published by Electronic Arts. All of the 22 original team members of Infinity Ward came from the team that had worked on Medal of Honor, Allied Assault while at 2015 Inc. Activision helped funding Infinity Ward in its early days, buying up 30% of the company. The studio's first game, World War II shooter Call of Duty, was released on the PC in 2003. The day after the game was released, Activision bought the rest of Infinity Ward, signing employees to long-term contracts. Infinity Ward went on to make Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty, Ghosts, Call of Duty, Infinite Warfare and the Modern Warfare reboot. Infinity Ward's first title, Call of Duty, won 90 Game of the Year awards and 50 Editor's Choice awards. It also continues to be among the highest rated games, according to Gamer Rankings. Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare enjoyed massive commercial and critical success, selling over 13 million copies from its release in November 2007 through May 2009. In 2010, Infinity Ward was ranked third by Develop 100 only, running up to developer Nintendo and Bungie for the top 100 developers based on the sales of their games in the UK. Infinity Ward's sequel to Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, earned over $550 million in sales in its first 5 days on the market, with $310 million of those sales made in the first 24 hours after the game's release. The sequel to Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3, sold 6.5 million copies in the US and UK alone and grossed $400 million within 24 hours of going on sale. Despite good sales, the game was criticized for being too similar to its predecessor. Modern Warfare 2019 Reboot uses a brand new engine for the series, allowing for the use of more detailed environments, advanced photogrammetry and rendering, better volumetric lighting, and the use of ray tracing. The new engine had been in development 5 years prior to the release of the game and was a collaborative effort between the main Infinity Ward studio in California and the new studio in Poland. The next game engine in the series is Snowdrop by Ubisoft. Ubisoft Snowdrop is a proprietary game engine created by Massive Entertainment and Ubisoft for use on Microsoft Windows, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Stadia, and Xbox One. Snowdrop was first born when Ubisoft purchased Massive Entertainment in 2008, in response to a specific need to do things better, not bigger. Its original intention, and one that holds up to this day, were to create a sort of universal engine that works with any game genre. This allowed Ubisoft to use the engine in a variety of games, although more on that later. For the next 5 years, they worked on the engine in complete silence until 2013, when they revealed with Tom Clancy's The Division, the first game using the engine. And then in 2016 we actually got to experience the game engine in Tom Clancy's The Division. Of course, since then it's had a few upgrades and usage in other games, most notably in The Division 2. As a game-agnostic engine, Snowdrop was developed to become a future-proof piece of technology, while simultaneously being used to create Tom Clancy's The Division, the best-selling game released in 2016. While The Division was being developed, Snowdrop was also used to create games like South Park, The Fractured But Whole, Mario plus Rabbids, Kingdom Battle. These projects proved the versatility of Snowdrop, and how it can be used to create games in any genre. Starting from intense 3D action to 2D role-playing games, and to turn-based strategy and space exploration, and beyond. AAA game development projects are growing exponentially in scope, and as a result, Snowdrop is designed to be a flexible engine that promotes creativity and allows developers the freedom to experiment and prototype. The beauty of Snowdrop is the control and flexibility given to content creators to innovate the best games possible for the players. Snowdrop's still a powerful graphical engine that competes with things like EA's Frostbite. This means more and more competition in that space, as well as for the publicly available engines. This, in turn, will really push other engine developers to do better and add even more features. We could easily see Unity or Unreal start focusing more on procedural systems and iterative game development. Of course, it also means better and more immersive games from Ubisoft Studios. While The Division and The Division 2 are two of the more visible games using Snowdrop, there are actually quite a few games on Ubisoft's roster that use it. Some other notable games are Avatar Project, Starlink, Battle for Atlas, The Settlers, which is still in development. Next game engine in the series is Frostbite from EA Games. Frostbite is a game engine developed by DICE, and is designed for cross-platform use on Microsoft Windows, PlayStation, Xbox Series, and Nintendo Switch. The first iteration of the Frostbite game engine made its debut in 2008 as Battlefield Bad Company. DICE had an experience with the large-scale open-world Battlefield series. And Frostbite became the ambitious game engine that enabled large-scale multiplayer interactions, that too in a highly dynamic, destructible environments. Today Frostbite is the core piece of EA's one-team strategy. Frostbite workflows and runtimes are highly configurable and cover all disciplines of development, including audio, animation, cinematics, scripting, physics, destruction, rendering, VFX, and more. To date, Frostbite has been expanded to other first-person shooter video games and a variety of other genres, and has been exclusive to video games published by Electronic Arts. The third generation of Frostbite made its debut in Battlefield 4 on the 29th of October 2013. In the updated engine, the environments became much more dynamic upon the actions of the players and destruction. Today Frostbite game engine is supporting all the latest features, and within an efficient and flexible framework that can grow and adapt in the ever-changing, competitive world of games. Notable games built in Frostbite are Anthem, Army of Two, The Devil's Cartel, Battlefield series, Battlefield, Bad Company series, FIFA series, Madden NFL, Medal of Honor, Need for Speed, and Star Wars. The upcoming installment in the Battlefield series, Battlefield 2042, will use the Frostbite engine. Next game engine in the series is Renderware. More than 250 studios used it, and at one time, that is before Unity and Unreal, Renderware was the game engine that powered a quarter of all new console releases, helping to define a generation of games. But its dominance was short-lived. In 2004 it was probably the most popular game engine in the world, but 2 years later it was effectively dead. The Renderware engine was neither a product of the games industry, nor originally aimed at that market. Renderware was developed by Criterion Software Limited, which used to be a wholly owned subsidiary of Canon but is now owned by Electronic Arts. It originated in the era of software rendering on CPUs prior to the appearance of GPUs, competing with other libraries with the aim of licensing the engine for applications, like computer-aided design and virtual reality worlds. Renderware is no longer available for purchase, although EA still honors old contracts, meaning that external developers who licensed the technology before the Criterion acquisition may still use the software. Renderware was far from perfect. The convenience came with a performance hit and it could be frustrating to work with. But the trade-off was often worth it. It was relatively affordable, so even a small team could get in on the action. And it was extremely versatile. You could build a sports game, a shooter, a strategy game, puzzler, platformer, RPG, flight sim, there were even 1 or 2 MMOs. Renderware powered hundreds of games, and include generation-defining games like the Tony Hawk series and the GTA 3 trilogy. In mid-2004, Electronic Arts bought the company, which if you haven't worked it out, was called Criterion for $48 million. The acquisition sent shockwaves through an industry heavily reliant on Renderware. Hundreds of studios, including Sega, Sony, Microsoft, Ubisoft, Activision, Rockstar, Konami and Capcom, had Renderware games in development, and overnight, it was owned by their biggest competitor. Updates to the Renderware website ceased almost immediately after the buyout. All talk of the new version stopped. Before long, EA terminated the licensing program, switching Renderware to support mode for existing customers. Soon after that, it was described as effectively dead. Renderware is no longer available for purchase, although EA still honors old contracts, meaning that external developers who licensed the technology before the Criterion acquisition may still use the software. And then, the final nail was hammered into Renderware's coffin. EA licensed the Unreal Engine for its projects. If things had gone differently, Criterion could have remained a major player in the game engine space. Perhaps, with the right investment, the right decisions, and a lot of good fortune, Renderware might have been a rival to Unity and Unreal today. But that's just a fanciful what-if. Renderware was the 3D engine that changed the world, but got left behind in the process. A bonus for those who stayed here is the Java game library, maker of Minecraft. There's no denying that Minecraft is a favorite game for millions. And being written in Java enables it to run on a variety of platforms, including Linux. With a huge modding community, there are countless Minecraft tinkerers out there who would love to be able to get under the hood and play around with the source code themselves. Unfortunately, the source is not available to the general public. The lightweight Java game library is a Java software library that provides bindings to a variety of C and C++ libraries. It exposes high-performance cross-platform libraries commonly used in developing video games and multimedia titles, such as Vulkan, OpenGL, OpenAL, and OpenCA. It further provides access to controllers, steering wheels, and joysticks in a platform-neutral way. The primary goal of the project is to provide a way for Java developers to get access to resources that are otherwise unavailable or poorly implemented on the existing Java platform. Other notable games by this engine are Feud, Maker King, Wildermuth, and Rise to Ruins. We are not sure about what you reason about proprietary game engines. It depends on what you call a game engine, but if you're a solo developer and about to make a really mechanically, innovative, or experimental project, it would be better to use an advanced language instead of an engine. Please write your views in the comment section below. Wrapping up this video here. See you in the coming video.